Last year, I built up a YouTube channel from 0 to over 22,000 subscribers. But now here I am, starting all over again. No subscribers, no videos, no monetization threshold. I've been asked a lot about why I'm doing this. Why am I starting over from a brand new channel rather than converting my old one? Why start this journey all over again? Why risk not being monetized, not being able to grow a brand new channel? These are valid questions. So in this video, I'll walk you through my thought process and my decision to start from scratch. I'll touch upon what factors I considered, how I view YouTube as a whole, and my launch strategy for this new channel. You ready? Let's get into it. First, in order to fully break this down, I need to fill you in as to how I got here in the first place. Our story begins in July of 2021. I had just quit my fancy Wall Street job and I was figuring out what I wanted to do with my life. I kind of had a plan. I had a startup that I'd been working on the side for a few months now, and I wanted to go full-time on that. But as time passed, I found that I had a knack for creating content. I found a community on Twitter, and I found that I was actually quite good at writing long educational threads. My startup went into hibernation mode due to some complications with my previous co-founder, and I dove into freelancing for content and design. I felt much more creative and free than I did my Wall Street job, but I was still on someone else's schedule. I was still answering directly to my clients. And then I discovered YouTube. I first considered starting a YouTube channel after listening to a podcast episode featuring Ali Abdaal, an entrepreneur who's made a very good living through YouTube. I thought that whole YouTube thing sounded fun, but I wasn't a YouTuber, right? Only cool people did YouTube, only fun people did YouTube. I fit none of those criteria, but I decided to give it a shot anyway. I had no idea what I was doing, but I figured I would create one video per week and see how that would go. So I started creating videos. My first video was about my decision to quit my Wall Street job. After uploading it, I told my small existing Twitter audience about it. From them, I was able to get 300 views on my first video and a couple hundred subscribers. I was feeling on top of the world. But very soon, the initial momentum ended. My next video, which was about the pros and cons of interning at a startup, flopped. I thought, okay, well, maybe my audience doesn't like this business and startup content, but they loved my content about how to grow on Twitter, and so maybe if I turn some of my old educational threads into YouTube videos, that'll work, right? Wrong. My Twitter content worked so well previously because I put it on Twitter. There weren't too many people on YouTube looking for advice about how to start a Twitter account. So my Twitter content flopped as well. I diligently uploaded videos week after week, but it wasn't being discovered by anyone new. I wasn't growing and I felt awful. But then something happened. I took some time to dive deeper into titles and thumbnails, editing, hooks, and more. And in the meantime, something very strange was happening on Twitter. Out of nowhere, everyone seemed to be talking about something called NFTs. Some people loved them, some people hated them, but no one could really give me a clear answer of exactly what they were. I'm not one to be left out of conversations. If everyone was talking about NFTs, I needed to learn what NFTs were. And for me, the best way to learn is by doing. So I taught myself the basics and launched my own experimental NFT collection. I didn't do it to make a boatload of money. I did it because I wanted to understand what all of this hype was about. So I launched this NFT collection and it didn't do very well. Throughout the process, I made a lot of mistakes, and the money that I did make from it was just a mere pittance compared to all of the time that I had poured into creating it. But I did learn a lot along the way, and I felt like I had some lessons that I could share with others. I wrote a Twitter thread about my experience with NFTs, and that Twitter thread performed quite well. I figured I could build on that content and turn it into a YouTube video. So I made the video. I agonized over my title and my thumbnail and my editing and my hook and more. I took some time to dive even deeper into titles and thumbnails, and I implemented some new editing techniques that I was learning. The 14-minute video took me 26 hours to edit. I poured my heart and my soul into this video. I agonized over it, and it was worth it. The video blew up. People seemed to really resonate with the way that I could take a complex topic such as crypto and NFTs and break it down into terminology and examples that anyone could understand. There are a lot of potential reasons why this video took off. We were at the height of the NFT craze, and a lot of artists and entrepreneurs were looking into NFTs, trying to figure out if it would work for them. And at the same time, because NFTs were so new, there wasn't a lot of existing YouTube content about them. Most of the content that did exist was either promoting something or too technically complex to understand. My video was simple, my video was non-promotional, and all of the additional effort I'd poured into the title and thumbnail and editing and hook really pumped up my video's production value. All of these factors built up to this perfect storm of virality. So there I was with this YouTube video popping off. I was obviously over the moon. I had a video blowing up. I had heard of this thing happening to other people and it was actually happening to me. Incredible. But I had one problem. This video is about NFTs. I had hordes of people coming in telling me that they loved the video, that this was the best NFT video that they had seen on the internet, etc., etc. But I didn't really like NFTs. Sure, I had experimented with them because I wanted to understand them, but my own curiosity was quenched. I had no personal desire to keep exploring them or to keep learning them. I was good. I was ready to move on to the next thing. But I had all these new subscribers that were flooding in from this NFT video. That video alone got me monetized on YouTube within 1 month. For reference, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in order to be paid from ad revenue on YouTube. Reaching this threshold is a huge deal for new YouTubers, and it's difficult to do. Before my NFT video, I had just over 300 subscribers and less than 100 watch hours. That's how significant this one video was. At that point, I was left with a choice. Do I keep making the types of videos that I was making before, that I enjoyed making but didn't seem to be working well? Or do I lean into NFTs and leverage the momentum that I already had? There's this saying, niche down to blow up. When you find something that works, if you lean in hard and continue doing that thing, you could reap exponential results. I wanted to make YouTube work. I had discovered that I truly enjoyed making YouTube videos, and now I had a captive audience. Maybe I could make the type of content that they wanted to see for a while, this NFT and crypto content, and then after I had grown my channel, I could start to slowly pivot away into a niche that I was more interested in. So I leaned in. I continued to make NFT related videos and YouTube loved it. My channel took off. In just a few months, I went from just barely monetized to over 20,000 subscribers. At its height, my YouTube channel was making $100 per day. Per day! It was insanity. But the thing about forcing yourself to do something that doesn't align with who you are is that it's just not sustainable. I tried so hard to be passionate about the NFT and Web3 world. I did so much research. I reframed my work a million times in my head. Maybe learning about NFT communities will teach me marketing. Maybe launching an NFT course will teach me about course creation. Maybe this, maybe that. But despite my best efforts, I just couldn't find the passion. I spent countless hours researching topics that I didn't even care about just for the sake of making content for other people to consume. I truly felt enslaved to my audience. This resulted in slower and slower output. First, it grew difficult for me to just press record. Then it grew difficult to turn on my computer. And then it grew difficult to even just get up out of bed. I completely lost the will to get work done because I absolutely dreaded the work that I had to do. And it took some really tough conversations to get me through that, to finally accept that NFTs weren't going to work for me. And after that, I took a break from YouTube, a long break from YouTube. I needed some time to figure stuff out. If I wasn't an NFT YouTuber, then who was I? I won't bore you with the details, but I did a lot of soul searching. And I gradually came to realize a few things. One, that I loved making YouTube videos. I loved the entire process. I loved the ideation, the scripting, the filming. It all just felt like art. Second, that I was good at making YouTube videos. My channel slowed down because I stopped uploading videos. If I had continued being consistent, who knows what my channel would look like now? I knew how to create compelling titles and thumbnails. I knew how to craft enticing hooks, how to set up an attractive studio space, and how to write an educational yet entertaining video. I knew the mechanics of creating YouTube videos. And third, I had no idea what I wanted to make YouTube videos about. That was the odd thing. I feel like so many people are at a place where they know what they want their niche to be, but they just have to figure out how to make good YouTube-worthy videos. I had the opposite problem. I knew how to make good YouTube-worthy videos. I just had no idea what I wanted to make videos about. So I did some more soul searching, yada yada yada, and I finally arrived at a niche. I wanted to make YouTube videos about how to create good educational YouTube videos. The how-to YouTube niche here on YouTube is already quite saturated, but I did notice something. Most of those channels focus on YouTube as a whole or on entertainment-focused videos. But what about educational videos? Not a lot of content existed around that. And yet, as more and more people go onto YouTube to learn things, there's a higher demand on YouTube for people who can teach things. Think of a software developer who's been in big tech for a decade. They have deep industry knowledge and they may want to share that knowledge in a place like YouTube, but they don't quite know how to convert knowledge into their brain into an educational yet engaging YouTube video. And that's where I wanted to come in. I'm an educator at heart. I love to give, I love to teach, I love to share. If I could teach people how to effectively share their knowledge on YouTube, that's a win in my book. That was something that I could devote my time to year after year with great enthusiasm. So there I was, months and months after I had last uploaded anything to YouTube with this idea for a new niche. I still had this old channel that was steadily plugging away, with its NFT related videos getting views to this very day. Then came the question, do I try to rebrand my old channel or do I start completely from scratch? Which brings us to the topic of this video. Holy crap, that was a long introduction, but F it, I wanted to give you the proper context. To rebrand the old channel or to start from scratch? That is the question. When thinking through this decision, there were a couple of different factors that I considered. First, I thought about audience. Will the audience of my old channel enjoy my new content? There was a tiny bit of overlap. Some of the folks who were originally interested in NFTs were creatives looking for another potential income source, and YouTube could provide that. Plus, there were a good number of people who just wanted to keep up with whatever I was doing, regardless of niche. I'd estimate that maybe 1,000 out of the 22,000 subscribers of my old channel would be interested in my new content. So that was something, but 1,000 out of 22,000 subscribers is not a very large percent, and a lack of interest in my new videos could hurt me. You see, when a YouTuber releases a new video, that video is shown first to the YouTuber's subscribers. Subscribers will receive notifications that the YouTuber released a new video, or that video will show up on their YouTube homepage. And there lies the problem. Because let's say I do a hard shift in content and release a video about building up camera confidence for YouTube. It's a video that fits in well with my new niche, and one that I think that my target audience would find very useful. But if someone who subscribed to me because they wanted to learn how to make NFTs that sell saw this new video about camera confidence pop up on their homepage, they wouldn't click on it. They're interested in the crypto and NFT world. They have no interest in building up camera confidence for YouTube. And even if someone did click on that video because they recognized the face in the thumbnail, they'd probably click off of that video quite quickly because the video is just not relevant to them. This behavior results in two things for me: a low CTR, click-through rate, and a low AVD, or average view duration. The performance of my new video would suffer because there's just not a good enough content audience fit there. And then YouTube would see this low performance and think, wow, if even her own subscribers don't like this video, this must not be a good video. We definitely shouldn't recommend it to people outside of her own audience because, again, this is not a good video. So if I do a hard 180 pivot on my old channel, I'm setting up my new content for failure. The only way I've seen channel pivots done successfully is if they're done slowly over the course of a year or longer. Take a look at Ali Abdaal's channel. He started off with med school content. He started to transition to productivity tips for med school students. He started to pepper in some technology content as well, still framing it for students. For a while, he had a solid mix of med school tips, studying tips, productivity tips, and tech tips on his channel. And then slowly, he started to post fewer and fewer doctor-related videos and more productivity and tech-related videos. He started adding in some book reviews as well, in addition to more self-improvement content, which brings the channel to where it is today. A healthy mix of the type of content Ali loves to create, primarily videos about productivity, books, and self-improvement. Ali's content progression was natural, and it took place over the course of 5 years. If he had jumped straight from videos like how to answer medical ethics interview questions into videos like why everyone should start an email newsletter, his audience would be confused. They were subscribed to him for his med school tips, not for his advice on how to start a newsletter, but because his pivots were so gradual, constantly keeping his audience in mind, he was able to transition his channel successfully. If I really wanted to hold on to my old channel, I would need to pivot gradually as well. I'd have to continue posting NFT related content for a while, and then find some bridge between NFTs and YouTube and make videos like that for a while, before finally being able to post the pure YouTube related videos that I want to. That process would take a year, and there's no guarantee that that would work. If it didn't, I'd be starting from square one all over again, having now wasted a full year. And in the meantime, I'd have to start creating NFT related or NFT adjacent content again. And as you know from my story, I just can't bring myself to do that anymore. Besides, right now, my old channel is cataloged as an NFT channel. If someone on YouTube is searching for something NFT related, my videos are probably going to be recommended to them at some point. This gives my channel views, which gives me revenue. Looking at the last 6 months of revenue for my channel, we can see a steady decline. This is because I haven't been uploading at all. You can see that things have slowed down to around $90 per month from YouTube. On one hand, that's only $90 per month. But on the other hand, hey, that's $90 per month of truly passive income. That's a few DoorDash orders per month. I'm doing literally nothing on that old channel, so any revenue from that is just pure bonus. If I try to mess with the content of my old channel, making more and more videos that aren't NFT related, that could screw up with how my channel is cataloged. So because of my current audience, my new content will likely fail. And if I do start making new content, my old content will likely stop bringing in more views. So if I try to convert that old channel, a very likely outcome is that I will not only fail in the transition, but also completely cut off that small stream of revenue that I do have. And finally, I do genuinely think that it'll be fun to start the entire YouTube journey all over again. This time, I won't be benefiting from creating content within a trend, and I have some new strategies that I'm really eager to try out. I'll have a lot of fun creating monthly analytics reports and channel breakdowns as I effectively build this channel out in public. I feel like starting from zero again will be more interesting and valuable to anyone who wants to follow along my YouTube journey. And I mean, I've released an entire course about everything that I know about getting from zero to monetized on YouTube. It's literally called The Beginner's Guide to YouTube from Zero to Monetized. If I can't make it from zero to monetized on my own new channel, I don't deserve to be teaching that course. I hope that doing this all over again will also help lend some more credibility to that course as well. So how exactly am I intending on getting from zero to monetized on YouTube? For one, I'm launching this channel with 4 videos uploaded already. This gives anyone who comes across my channel the opportunity to binge watch a few videos from the very beginning, helping to get my watch hours up. I do plan on sharing the launch of my new channel to my existing Twitter audience because I know a lot of them are interested in starting a new YouTube channel. So I guess in that way, I'm not starting completely from scratch, as I'm leveraging this community that I've built up over the last 2 years. But hey, it'd be kind of stupid not to. That being said, I'm not going to announce my new channel to my old channel, at least not at first. I want some time to get this channel up off the ground and build up a new audience before I open the doors for other people to join it. I do really want to protect the comment sections of this channel from anything NFT and crypto related, so I am wary about letting my old channel know that this new channel exists. And finally, I'm applying a lot of different tactics to attempt to get this channel reaching new people outside of my existing audience. I'll break down my entire launch strategy in the first of my channel monthly review series, but I'll give you a sneak peek of one of the tactics I'm using, keyword research, in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you can, and I will see you in the next video.